Hey, all you awesome Grow, Thrive, Inspire podcast fans. Thanks for coming back for another episode. Today, we are breaking down another great community spotlight segment where we are talking about our community foundation here at RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks. Now, we are so privileged today because we have Sophia Mar, who is the president of the board for the Charitable Foundation. Sophia, what is going on today, girl? Thank you so much for being here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. I've been a fan of the podcast. Let me tell you, I love getting the backstory of certain people. I liked Ron Dodge and Vicki Lloyd, who are both board members currently. I liked O'Sullivan Bruce. That one was super interesting. So I'm excited that other board members have gotten to participate. This one gets to focus more on the Charitable Foundation, which is great. I'm ready to promote that and really, dive into all those things.
Well, before we get into diving deep in promoting that, I would love to get a little back history on you. So can you tell our listeners just a little bit about yourself and kind of where you found the passion to do what you do?
So I am, for the most part, a lake native. I was actually born in Muskogee, Oklahoma. I didn't ever live there, but I'm an Okie from Muskogee.
There
Little
you go.
fun fact.
Love that.
But I grew up at the lake my entire life. I was a Camdenton Laker. I joined the Army after high school where I met my husband, and we were able to move back in 2007. So, I feel like I'm a total lake native. I come from that perspective. So I love this community. I love what I do as a realtor. So I feel like that really feeds into what we do with the Charitable Foundation. Mm-hmm. So it really just is something that I'm passionate about, that I love that we have, something like that.
And thank you for your service. I know that I personally have a very soft spot for people who serve. I when I was in college, I went up to Fort Leonard Wood and did all my college up there in barracks with everybody in every branch. And so thank you for serving. That's awesome. You've been in real estate since 2010 and currently a team member for the Fran Campbell team. You've won several awards such as Rookie of the Year, Lake Lifestyle's Best of the Lake for 2020, Second Home Living, Outstanding Agents Under 40, and way more. So you specialize with waterfront homes and condos, and like we've just talked about, you serve for our country. With all that and more, what do you personally love about real estate and the industry? Like what got you in here?
So, well, I went to school to be a paralegal, and it's a legal transaction. Real estate is a legal transaction, but oh my gosh, it's much more enjoyable. Instead of just a stack of paperwork, you also get to meet people and see houses and help them with their journey. And a lot of times, sometimes it's it's happy, you're buying something you love. Other times it's, a logistic nightmare, or you're selling you don't really want to sell, or, a family member has passed and now you've got to sell, you know what I mean? So it can be a great thing or it can be a stressful thing, but I like that I can help people through that.
I love that. Yeah. And just kind of get them from the starting line to the finish line as smoothly as possible, which is awesome. Okay, so switching gears now to the Charitable Foundation. Give us a little bit more information just about that foundation, like when it started, why, maybe how many years you've been with it, anything.
So 2011 was when the foundation was created. So I came to RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks in 2010. So I remember, they just let us know, hey, we've got this great idea. We're going to start taking a portion of all the closings and it's going to go into a fund and we're going to get to award grants. And I immediately thought it was just a great idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, it's a small town. We're kind of a big company for our small town. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we have, far-reaching footprint with the amount of agents we have. So it just seemed like such a great way to just let people know about our company. And then also, instead of just real estate, kind of being able to do something that's philanthropic and, and is still promoting our company. Mm-hmm. So Frank Christensen was one of the owners at that time. It was before we got Mr. Jason Whittle. And I just thought that it was a great idea, Mm-hmm. So since the original, I wasn't able to be on the first round of board members. I volunteered right away, but there could only be one administrative individual. And I was an admin at the time, not an agent. Mm-hmm. So that position was already filled. But I think the second 2-year term was the first time I got to serve. And then this 2-year term, I got to be the president. So,
congratulations.
So I feel like that it's something that, just goes with my personality and that I'm passionate about.
Well, and I think that you do a great job in that president's role. I know you're very active with the community foundation and just everything that goes into it. And you guys meet often, right? Monthly, and try to...
We do. We meet monthly. Sometimes we get grant requests where there's like a short time frame where we have to try to, take a vote and collaborate and talk about everything. Not during our monthly meetings. So there is a lot of stuff that happens in between the monthly meetings, but I still encourage anyone in the company to volunteer just because, it does take time to do it right, but it's also something that you can still, I had 52 closings last year and it was still busy with the foundation, so I feel like don't let people talk themselves out, like think I'm too busy, I can't do all, but really, you can.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Okay, so you had mentioned that a portion of the proceeds come from every closing that the agents do here. So how do kind of the donations work within our company for the foundation?
So we get the amount from every closing, and then we also get just different fundraising activities of the agents and the staff that we do. People can make, just anyone, members of the public can make a donation to the foundation. We are a 501c3, so it is a tax-deductible donation.
Oh, awesome.
So if we just had somebody that was, a client or a friend or a family member or just anybody off the street who's like, wow, I'm glad that you guys are doing this, we could always accept any donation, and it is tax deductible.
Okay, and do they come into our offices to do like some forms, or can they do that online? How's that work?
Yes, so there is a Charitable Foundation page on our company website. So it's by at Lake of the Ozarks /charitable-foundation. So that hyphen gets people. But if not, just Google it. The SEO will show it to you. But you could request a grant. You could also make a donation right there online. If you know any RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks agent, you can contact any agent and say, hey, my church is having this fundraiser. I heard you guys have a charitable foundation. So really any agent that is with RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks can also help you. It's just a simple form. And, we try to keep the paperwork to the minimum, fill out the form, and, try to get funds where we can get them to help the community.
Now, is there anything that you guys don't particularly do grants for?
So it has to be a 501c3.
Okay.
So the local organizations, and it can run the gamut. So it can be a civic organization, it could be Kiwanis, a Rotary Club, it could be Helping Hands, Homeless Shelter, Lamb House, all, any type of organization that's doing something here local to the Lake of the Ozarks. We do want to give grants to local organizations. So sometimes there is a national organization that has a local chapter, which that's fine. We gave a grant the other day to Concerns of Police Survivors.
Right.
So they are a national organization, but they're headquartered here at the lake. They have a footprint here at the lake. So things like that would still, we would still, on a case-by-case basis, look at those. But definitely anything local is kind of where we want the funds, for the most part, to stay.
Well, and that was kind of, from what I've gathered, the history that I've been here, kind of what that foundation was founded for was local support, local community help, and just, branching those communities even further with the help of everything. So that's awesome. Now, I'm glad that you've dropped some names, like Concerns of Police Survivors and some different charities that you guys have done some work with, but what are some big things that the Charitable Foundation has done lately?
So we just got done with the Clown Charitable auction and golf tournament. So that is something that started before our foundation was founded. This was the 37th year.
Wow.
So that specific event benefits the Dream Factory, which is an organization that provides, grants wishes to children that are terminally or chronically ill.
I just love that.
So, and it's the local chapter. So it's like helping kids here at Lake of the Ozarks or the greater surrounding area. And we made, I think the total was like 49,000 or something at the event. I really wish we would have gotten to 50. That was my goal,
Yeah.
So,
But that's so close though. And
awesome.
I know that's like amazing for those kids and the families. That is so wonderful.
Well, and it funds pretty much all their, wish granting activities for the whole year. So, I mean, it's just helping people local and, doing such an amazing thing for that organization. And so that's something that I love that we do. Last year we didn't get to do it because of COVID, boo, but we were able to do the shootout, and we earned like 27,000 at the shootout.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. So just, constantly meeting organizations, helping them, and doing fun events too. And speaking of another one, we have our annual fall festival coming up, and I know that the Charitable Foundation plays a huge role in making that event happen. So this event is on October 2nd from 2 to 6 p.m. Does the Charitable Foundation have anything planned for that event that our listeners might want to know? Because Lake listeners, I'm telling you, this event is huge. It's a huge client appreciation party that we kind of do. We have the Remax balloon and all kinds of stuff. So what do you guys have going on for that coming up?
So that is a great event, and that is actually one event that is not closed only to Remax Lake of the Ozarks customers and clients. It can also be members of the public if you want to come and have a hot dog. And usually there's hot dogs, hamburgers. We have different events like a setup for you to take a little fall photo. Keg beer, which is nice. Good to have a beer with your hot dog.
Yeah.
And it's just a fun event. We have drawings for some different prizes that the Charitable Foundation kind of funds, and then we also sell raffle tickets for a larger prize.
Oh,
and
awesome.
I don't know exactly what the prize is going to be just yet, but I mean, it's definitely a fun event for not only the agent's family, their customers, clients. If a member of the community, again, wants to attend, it's a really fun event.
Yeah, and that just, sparks some interest, too, for our listeners. Come and check out these prizes, because I know last year was kind of some big ones. They were really cool. I remember the table all set out with your auctions and stuff that you guys were doing. It was really awesome. So if you guys have time, check that event out. So, transitioning kind of back, I want to get your personal opinion really on just what have been some amazing takeaways from some of the organizations that the foundation has helped for you.
So there's a fairly new organization, the Changing Table, and they provide diapers to different organizations to make sure that people in need always have disposable diapers. And I'm like, what a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fundamental need, not only just for health and hygiene, it's also really expensive.
It is.
So
yes.
I remember, being a young family and, a box of Pampers, it's a lot of money. So the fact that they, found a need and a little niche and decided to fill that. So, I mean, that's just one. I love Citizens Against Domestic Violence. They do so much in the area.
Yeah, the CADV
right.
is amazing.
It's just amazing, and it's also another thing that is a need that needed to be filled, and I love that there's organizations that step in to fill those needs. The Judy Tezak has the Free Store in Camdenton. I mean, what a great idea. It's like instead of a thrift shop, it's free. You know what I mean? Where you can get coats and gloves, and they even help people like furnish their homes, and I mean,
yeah,
things
she
like
has
that.
some great stuff.
It's amazing.
In there. Yeah,
it's amazing.
And all she asks is that if you come in and grab stuff, I know that I have personally given her some things to give back to the community. She's like right by my house. That's all she says. Just drop a donation in there or bring something by. It's awesome.
It's great. And again, it's fulfilling a need that's there, and I just love that there's people that will take their time. Like what we do is small. You know what I mean? We read a piece of paper and give some money where we can, but I mean lots of these organizations, I mean, they have volunteers that they're doing this all the time. This is like a huge part of what they do, and they give so much of their time. I love that we can help them even in just a small way.
Yeah, absolutely. And they probably have more of an in-depth sense of just like how that money can be used to benefit them and make that impact even deeper, which is so huge. So I love all of that. Is there anything that would help the foundation right now?
So we always would be welcome to anyone giving a donation. So, I mean, that is great. If anyone wants to just give, whether it's $10, $20, $1,000, whatever the case may be, it all 100% will go to charity. So we don't have any administrative fees or overhead. Everything, for the most part, that comes in, it all 100% goes back out. So
awesome.
I would love for anyone to contact me, or again, contact your Remax Lake of the Ozarks agent, if you want to provide a donation or anything like that.
And they can do that again online as well.
Yes.
On your pages. Okay, that's great. Okay, Sophia, so I wanted to also ask, since 2011's inception, just tell us a little bit about the grants that have come through since inception.
So I love this question because I'm really proud of the amount that we've been able to give back. So just this year alone, we've given over $63,000 to local charities. And so the total amount since the foundation was created is $456,000 at this point.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. And didn't the Charitable Foundation originally have a goal of like 500,000 or something?
Yes, and we're plugging away.
Oh my
we're
gosh.
chipping it all
We're
away.
so
Yeah.
close. I mean, that is fantastic. So, I think that just showcases how much value we're trying to give to all these local charities, organizations, different things like that. So, okay, and just to kind of, before we wrap it up, I wanted to get back to a little bit more about you. What's something that no one knows about you? Some fun questions.
Fun? Oh my gosh, I should have been more prepared for this question. Well, I told the story about whenever I decided to become a real estate agent. So I was an admin, and my team leader, Frank Campbell Johnson, who was, she's retired now. Yay, Frank Campbell team, we love her. Mm-hmm. So she had a really expensive coach to come in and coach the team. And, he's the expert. And I took a personality profile, and he told me, you should never become an agent.
Oh, no
He's
way.
like, I am really saving you. You will never be successful.
Oh, my gosh.
And I kind of pushed back a little bit. I'm like, I think I could do this. And he was like, I've never been wrong. He said I was wrong one time, and that someone was successful for about a year, and then he quit.
Oh, my gosh.
So, I mean, he like doubled down. And I was successful right away. So I will say that, if you feel like that you want to do something, that's my encouragement to anyone. You know what I mean? Even though he's an expert and he has degrees and he has a consulting company and he should supposedly know. And, he was wrong. So.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you stayed in and didn't take that advice. That's crazy. Okay, last question. Just a rapid fire, two ones just off top of your head. Where is your favorite place here at the lake for entertainment?
Oh my gosh, entertainment. I'm so boring. I don't know. I like Larry's on the Lake.
Oh, I love Larry's on the Lake.
Because, you can, when they have a band, you can dance. You're right there on the water. So I like Larry's on the Lake.
Yeah, that's a good place.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is your favorite place to shop?
I don't know. Let me think. Shop. Okay, I really spend a lot of time at like Shoe Carnival and Kohl's. So again, I'm not that interesting. Yeah.
No, I don't ever shop at Kohl's. So you always have the cutest clothes on and stuff. I probably need to check it out.
I like that there's like clearance racks. I don't know. Then you can buy more. You could leave the store with more stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Is there anything else that you would like our listeners to know just about you, your business, or the Charitable Foundation?
I would say that I definitely love what I do. So if anybody wants help buying or selling a house, I'd be happy to work with them. And if any agents or, community members have any questions about the Charitable Foundation and what we do, I really want my tenure as president, I want to like heighten the awareness that we're here. You know what I mean? Because I want people that have a need or are running an organization to be able to know that we're here and, address us for different things. So,
well, and I'll piggyback that too. I would love to help spread the awareness, much like we're doing right now in this episode, but just spread the awareness for those people who have gotten help and may also want to give back now and be able to, because I know I was very much in that position in my life a couple of times, and being able to give back when you've been in that opposite seat is huge as well. So if any of you, have gotten help from any of these organizations or just want to give back in general, please reach out to Sophia because it is a great organization. So, and Sophia, thank you so much for being on our Grow, Thrive, Inspire podcast today. It was a pleasure to learn more about you, your business, and the Charitable Foundation. If you're interested in the Charitable Foundation or would like to contact Sophia, you can connect with her via Facebook or Instagram or email at sophia@francampbell.com. If you haven't already found us, find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, iTunes, and growthriveInspirePodcast.com. We're also on Spotify. And like and follow our Facebook page for any open houses, lake events, and much more just in general happening at Lake of the Ozarks. And remember to always grow, thrive, and inspire, and we'll catch you next time.